Okay. Previously, in the GodBreaking, a group of adventurers engaged with Tyranno, the Ancient One of the Lycanthropes. He challenged them to a trial to see if they were worthy to to hear the truth about Incamel and to be the ones responsible to take him on. After a fierce battle, our group succeeded in defeating Tyranno in his hybrid form. And from him they learned about Incamel's origin, how he had sought out the bones of or the carcass of an ancient, hideous monster of lore, and how he had melded with it, assumed its essence into his very own, and changed into a lycanthrope, unlike any other that has ever walked the world, the surface of the world. From there, our party decided to not pursue Incamel at the moment. Instead, they returned to Westfane to rest and to make plans for the future. You guys spent the second half of yesterday's session, of last week's session, hanging out with Pablo, your chef in Westfane, and investing in his new tequila enterprise. So that's pretty much what most of what you missed, Feldorn, last week was a lot of RP.
The
And
tequila is as good as the chimichangas.
yeah,
Tequila.
and then
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
and then
Du-du-du-du-du.
the session ended with Elwyn preparing to scry on the shard of glass, the shard of mirror that Euphemia found in Cragland. So that's where we left off last week. Any questions, Feldorn? I think.
Would Feldorn have had time to shop?
That's what you guys did last week after you guys got back. Is there anything that you wanted to
Shop.
grab real quick?
Feldorn wants whatever whatever that magic item lady is. I keep forgetting her name. To craft,
Caliota.
yeah, Caliota, to craft me a jeweled skull.
Are you having her work any enchantments into it?
No enchantments. It's for a spell that I'm kind of working on that I had said I was going to email you today, but didn't get a chance to do it.
Okay.
But I will eventually.
All right.
Once
So,
I get everything settled through it.
so when you go over there, you find her and Deimos just kicking out on the front of her property, knocking back tequila after tequila, and just laughing and just chilling. It's way early in the morning. It's like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning. You describe to her the dimensions of what you're looking for and the properties and that kind of stuff. And she makes some notes down and says that she'll start to work on it.
Yep. That's kind of all I wanted. I can't think of anything else off the bat.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll be back this way after another 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay. So it is. I think we ended with. Did you guys go to sleep last week? Did you get a long rest?
That's where we end.
Okay. So,
No, you applied a long rest. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then were you here for me to deliver the message about people getting annoyed at your dwarf?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to have that anymore. I gave it to Caliota as part of the payment for one of those special remove attunement jewels.
all right.
I think there's something wrong with the character save because a lot of times it reverts and I have items that I've given away.
That's entirely possible. Just go ahead and correct it to the best of your abilities.
Yeah, I threw it in the party sheet if you want to delete it from there.
Okay. That's right, you got rid of that.
Right? Put a heal or a raise dead or a ring. You guys think? Or a
What?
resurrection. A heal, a resurrection in the ring.
How
I
big of a
just
heal?
I just do like other wizardy spells.
The heal spell. He can put up to an 8th level spell in his ring of storage.
Holy
Is it
crap,
like
where'd you get that at?
the one person or mass heal?
Um,
He
Mass
sold
heal.
Or the heal heal?
he sold his soul
Oh,
to get a ring of spell storing up to
yeah.
level 8 with
Elwin?
just slots in it.
What's up?
I would put 8 shields in that. 8 first level shields.
I got a bunch of first level spell slots that I only use for shield. I think shield is my only first level spell. Yeah.
Actually, one more thing. Would I have been able to go to the library and see if maybe they have a dexterity book?
Sure, sure. I mean, you can do that today probably. You guys got in yesterday, you did some shopping and stuff, and you hung out with Pablo, and then this is a new day.
I think
I'm gonna go with him and look for a charisma book.
me and Deimos might have also gone to check on the the study of that were lizard that we brought in.
Uh-huh. Definitely. All right. So
I
next.
already did that actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did. You talked to Moltar Bednot, and he told you about its anatomy. How it was far different from anything else he'd ever seen before. It had infested all of the thing's organs. It was very ancient, very powerful. It was resistant to. It was like immune to fire, and let me see here. Immune to fire and poison. I think that's most of what he told you. That's most of what he was able to gather. All right. So the next morning comes around. Um, Elwin, are you going to scry, or you guys want to do something else first?
Um, unless anybody has anything else to do, we get started.
Well, just because you scry right now doesn't mean we immediately have to leave. You can still scry, and then we can still formulate a plan if Feldorn does want to get his book and stuff.
Well, Feldorn wants the book.
So yeah, just scry right now, and then we can go from there as well.
Okay. Tell me what you're doing.
I am since I am aware of the mirror of the shard. What I want to try to do, and I don't know if you want me to roll Arcana or something, kind of get my crystal ball to tap into that shard. And since they're both the same type of magic, they're both divination magic, I assume. Maybe I can look through the shard at and find its location. Like kind of link magics a little.
To find the location of the other shard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Euphemia has one of them, right? So I can kind of use that as a guide.
Yes.
Remember, they're both part of the same item.
Right.
All right. All right, so I'm just double checking the scry spell. Okay. Roll me Arcana check. You kind of situate yourself around the crystal ball. It's early in the morning. In the darkness of your room, you begin to weave the magic together.
Luck!
You begin to weave the magic together, and you see a swirl of like lavender-colored energy just begin to make its way around the interior of the crystal ball. You hold the shard of the mirror, the broken shard of mirror, in your hands, and you focus your energy on it, your consciousness upon it. And as you reach out, roll me a d4, Elwin. As your consciousness reaches out into the 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 ether that just kind of binds the world together, um, you're modifying the scry spell. You're not looking for a certain specific individual. You're looking for locations. You're looking for connection to this item. And since you have an item, a piece of the item with you, it's a powerful draw. And you were able to weave some of the arcane threads around, and you realize that you're not seeing one, but you're getting a faint picture of three different shards um, that are connected to the piece of glass that you hold right now.
So in total, there's 4. It's this one and 3 more.
That's what you're able to see. You rolled a
Okay.
3, so you discovered 3. Um, your mind goes to um, a larger picture of the world, and these are not clear directions. You're not seeing like beacons on the map. You're just getting sort of general sensations. Um, go ahead and roll me a Arcana check. Actually, roll me 3 of them.
I'll use a lucky point on that one too.
Okay. Okay. All right. You get the sensations, and as you battle with the magic, trying to weave the thread together, you're drawn to it all of a sudden, and the first one that comes to mind, um, your consciousness suddenly is pulled down in this direction here, right here. Your mind surges deep into the underwater, and you feel a little bit of the chill as the temperature around you shifts as you go deep underwater in the darkness, and there you settle. Um, and your mind's eye is rested at the bottom of the ocean, at the bottom of the Triton Deep. And you see amongst the wreckage of a ship um, a shard of glass paired with your own, like from the same origin as the one that you're holding in your hand.
All right.
Okay. Um, as you retreat from that location, the next one is further south, and you get the general sensation that it is in the nation of Azoa, somewhere within the circle that I've drawn on the map. However, you're not really able to focus on it any more than that. The final one, you focus hard, and you're really trying to work with the magic, and your consciousness is again pulled fast, rapidly, very, very rapidly, as you fly across the terrain, across mountains, across trees, and you zip northward, far north, into a landscape that you yourself are unfamiliar with, the frozen plains of Nortan. And your vision is clouded by white, by snow, by a blizzard, by frost splashing everywhere, and then all of a sudden it settles. And somewhere far, far north, across one of the endless plains of Nortan, frozen, covered in a deep, deep, endless ice, you see an individual, a single robed individual, walking northward across a massive plain.
I don't recognize this person.
You do not. But you do know that person is holding one of these shards as well.
All right, so we struck out on all 3. We're not finding this little dude that we're looking for.
Okay.
Alright.
1 second here. Let me link the Fantasy Grounds information.
I will let the rest of the group know exactly what I saw.
Okay. As the scry spell ends, you reemerge in your room, and you start to speak about what you saw. When all of a sudden, actually, roll me a perception check. Okay. You're speaking for a while. You tell them all about the first shard that you saw at the bottom of the Triton Deep. The second one, you got a sensation that was somewhere in the land of Azoa. And the third one, you talk about the robed individual that you saw hiking across the plains, the frozen plains in Norten. And as you finish your story, basically, you catch a glimpse of a little bit of motion in the mirror that you're holding. You glance down at it with a startle, and you see a face peering back at you.
Well, I'm gonna say, where are you, motherfucker?
A wicked grin crosses his lips. Slowly, he goes, "Well now, yes. Y'all were looking for me, weren't you? Of course you were. He says, well, you know the two can play that game."
User joined your channel.
He says, "It's been a long long time since I've been able to see you all, to set my eyes on you all. Let's have a bit of a chat, shall we?" And the mirror clouds in your hand. The mirror clouds with glass, with fog and smoke, and it begins to protrude out of the mirror itself. And the like pile of smoke just pours out of it, and it hits the ground. And as it pours into the ground, it's a very thick fog. You see the form of a halfling take shape in the room in front of you. After a second, when it's done leaking out, the striking figure of Clovis Stoneshoe is there in front of you. You know, about the average height for a halfling, clad in black leather, two wicked-looking short swords at his sides. But it's not really. But you guys recognize instantly that this is a projected illusion. It is a hologram, if it were. Some of the coloration is off a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be scared too.
He
I
looks
was coming to talk to us.
You've got a mouth on you. I'll give you that. He says, well now, you're trying to find me, but I've beaten you to the punch. I know exactly where you are, it looks like. And this game we've been playing, he rubs his hands together, has been quite fun. But I'm afraid that we're nearing the end of it. We're getting close to the end game, and all the players are preparing to make their final moves. You all are running out of time. He says, if I were you, I would be the one who was scared. Because you don't just have Mia on your trail. You get Incamel on your scent as well. And that big brute will tear the world apart before he gives up the scent of something that he's caught interest in.
Feldorn cuts him off mid-sentence and says, "My, you're tiny."
He says, you might see that as a slight, but where I'm from, one might take it as a compliment.
I again, before he gets his word compliment off, I cut him off and I'm like, "No, I'm just sizing you up so when I turn you into a zombie, I know what to expect."
He says, I will enjoy letting my blade taste your blood.
I just roll my eyes and go, "Mm-hmm, sure. We'll see what happens."
He laughs, he says, you all have no fucking clue, do you? He says, you see, I've been watching you. this whole time. He says, as long as that one, and he points a bony finger at Euphemia, has been carrying this shard around with her, I've seen everything.
I apologize for the times you've seen her naked. I'm surprised you have not turned to stone.
He says, oh, you won't be apologizing when I have my fun. Here, let's play a game, shall we? He reaches into a pouch and he pulls out four small objects. As you look at them, you see that they are inscribed with numbers around them. He says, care to play a game?
The answer is 42.
He drops all four of them on the ground. Oh. Unlucky for you. You guys catch a quick glimpse of the numbers as they rattle across the ground. And he says, very well. Wish I could stay all day, but alas, business calls. People to torment, you know. Oh.
You never answered my question. Where are you? Your physical form.
He says, oh, a place you wish you could be, wreaking all sorts of havoc to this arcane weave that you worship yourself. He says, endgame. Remember what I said. We're all making plays.
Yeah. Go run like the little pussy you are and let us fight whatever the hell you just summoned.
You fight them? You have to catch them first. Goodbye.
Before he leaves, Feldorn goes, hey, don't forget to use that douche on yourself.
And as you crack that, his smile just kind of sours for a second. He says, I'm going to cut your fucking head off and drink your blood.
Better men than you have tried.
He says, I think not. And with that, he vanishes. As he does, you see 9 streams of black ink-like material just kind of shoot out across the room and blast and just like out. And a couple of them go fly up the wall and out the window. 2 of them go out the door, that kind of stuff. 3 of them stick around in the room that you're in right now. Okay.
Oh, I know what I meant to ask her for. I'll ask her for that next time.
Alrighty.
Are trying to figure out what spells I want in there.
Ashok, are you here? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Welcome
Holy
back, man.
crap. Where have you been?
I've been at
Is a
work.
new player?
Yeah, mostly.
Well, we've leveled up since last time you played. It's been a while. You missed a lot.
How did you handle my character?
You've just been kind of hanging around.
Yeah, not really.
You've been
Do you
passed
help?
around.
He helped. Someone controlled you during the blood demon fight, but otherwise you've just kind of been around. Yeah.
I've been
was
passed
nice.
around, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are in a small kind of enclosed room. I'm gonna drop.
Tank is not here.
Who? What?
The tank's not here.
Tank is not here. He's off taking it. He's off. Still hungover from his night of partying. So,
Where
when
are
you were
we?
kind of in the center of the room, around your crystal ball, the rest of you were around here.
We're in Westvane right now. We fought a blood demon, a were Tyrannosaurus Rex, and now we're trying to find Clovis again by scrying a magic mirror that Euphemia found in the Dwarven Kingdom, and he backtraced us and sent these things at us.
Did
Okay.
you kill the zombie horde?
Oh, was that the last thing that you remember? Yeah, and then you guys fought the lich, the massive lich that was attached to it, that was guiding the horde.
Yep, I remember the lich.
Yeah, we fought Super Saiyan 10 Lich.
Yeah, pretty much it was. Okay. Um, these puddles of ink all spread out through the ground, and four of them stay in the room where you are, and they kind of rise up and materialize, and they look something like this. Okay.
That's so cool.
So you guys are gonna have to roll initiative right now.
No, it's going to be a good session when we roll initiative within the first 30 minutes.
And maybe we'll
shit.
try this a different
Yeah,
way.
they were both the same number. That's hilarious.
I might run this initiative free, just like kind of. All right, so Feldorn, as these things rise up, you kind of get a first action. Ashok, you're next also. What do the two of you guys do?
Feldorn thinks them to be shadows. He ignites his sunblade and causes it to be a little brighter.
Okay.
Wonder if I'm trying to figure out if that's an action or not.
To turn on your sunblade?
I can use an action to make it to expand or reduce the radius of
okay.
bright and dim light.
Okay. So you ignite your sunblade and it blazes a searing light throughout the room. You see
Yep.
these things kind of like there's light everywhere else, but as they stand there in front of you, the darkness kind of just like coalesces around them, and they seem even darker than before.
That's fine. I can still see through magical darkness. I learned that lesson the hard way.
Okay. Ashok, you can move as well. What are
And
you guys doing?
as my bonus action, I'm going to Hexblade's Curse Shadow Assassin 2.
Okay. Ashok, as you move away like that, number 3 is going to attack you with an attack of opportunity.
I have things that mitigate that.
Okay, so disadvantage, right?
Yep.
That looks like a hit anyway.
Welcome back.
Alright, so here's that damage. You need to make a Constitution saving throw, which you fail, and you take poison damage from this. Okay. So the thing lashes out at you as you step backwards. Even in your dexterous ranger form, this thing, its arm whips out like lightning, and it manages to catch you across the side, opening up a large gash. But it's not the depth of the cut that hurts the most. It's the black, viscous little like trail viscous ooze that's left behind on the from the tip of the blade. You feel it burn as it spreads slowly through your system. Go ahead, Ajak. Finish your turn.
Can I do an insight or perception to see what they are, or like what to do against them?
They're not anything that you've seen before, so you can make an educated guess if you want. Yeah, they're not anything you've seen before. Roll insight real quick. All right. The only bits of information you're able to gain is that they do have a physical form, but there's a lot of shifting and moving around them, as like they're wrapped in shadows themselves. So
I'll shoot at the physical part.
okay, you guess it's somewhere in the core. Go ahead, you can target and roll it. Okay, that's a hit. Okay, Elwin, as Ashok is unleashing on this thing, assassin number 2 charges up next to you, targets you, as it had its eyes set on you as you're still holding a bit of the shard in your hand, and it moves in with its attack.
I get another attack.
Yeah, go ahead, roll it.
I'll preemptively.
Okay. So it's 27 to hit.
I have the Colossus Slayer.
Okay,
What did I just do wrong?
You applied it twice. 10, 13. I'm going to take 13 off of that guy.
27 definitely hits. My AC with shield is 24.
Okay. This thing moves in, and it slips its short sword underneath your guard. And here comes the hit. You make a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, I had rolled it.
Okay, well, both of them failed. And here's the damage from the poison. Elwyn, you see the thing standing there with its sword stuck in you, and its eyes flare black, like even darker than the rest of its form is. It's like a focusing concentration. I need you to make one more Constitution saving throw. Okay.
I'll reroll that.
All right.
My last luck point.
All right. You as its eyes flail, you feel its blade pushing into your side, and something is happening as the blade grows cold inside you. But you steel yourself, focusing on your draconic roots, and the resolve that comes along with that, and you resist whatever the effect was. All right, it's your turn, Elwyn and Kildrak. What are you guys doing?
Okay. So I'm gonna use 3 sorcery points to heighten my spell. So they'll have disadvantage on a slow.
Okay.
So that's the first one. If they all failed, so I just won't roll it. Okay, and then after that's my regular action, I will quicken and twin a shocking grasp at these 2 that are next to me, and that'll be my turn. If you want to go.
Okay, Kildrak, go ahead.
Okay, so I want to move up to number 3, and I will, as a bonus action,
Okay.
I will cast, I will cast Branding Smite. Yeah.
I'm gonna crouch down a little and whisper in Kildrak's ear, "Don't use lightning."
Not lightning. It's radiant. So. So I'll cast Branding Smite.
Okay.
We'll do it at 7th level. And then as my regular action, I'll cast Booming Blade. Or no, Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
And then I'll attack with that, and I'll expend 3 slots with my Staff of Striking to add more damage as well.
Okay.
So, Green Flame Blade. Add that.
I'm also gonna move to this corner of the room.
I make the attack.
Alright.
But I miss. Or I didn't target it.
You would have missed.
Yeah, it misses. Okay. So, yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. As you end your turn, you see the other ones move quickly into action. Shadow Assassin 4 targets Euphemia and using its single attack now. Drives its sword at her. 22 to hit Euphemia.
Yeah, I'm no shield.
Okay.
A level 1 spell rolled.
They make a save for slow at the end of their turn.
Yeah, I'll roll it for them as soon as their turn is done.
Alright. Shadow Assassin 1 takes a step forward, Ashok, and does the same thing for you. Drives his sword at you. It's a hit. You make a Constitution saving throw, which you fail, and you take more poison damage. Number 3, turns to you, Kildrak, since you're swinging at it, and misses you. Alright, Euphemia, your turn. And Feldorn, you're next. So you give everyone inspiration. Anything else?
You're muted.
I can't hear you, Euphemia.
Oh, fuck. I saw some shit. Well, for not hearing me, you knew exactly what I was doing. So, yay.
Pretty much.
Voice of inspiration, or voice of... Fuck, what was it called? The sword song.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna do that too. And that's all I can do.
Okay, so everyone gets advantage on one attack.
Yeah, per turn.
Alright, Veldon, you're up. You have advantage on one attack.
All right, so somebody's always told me knowledge is free. Can I roll Arcana to see if I know anything about these things, like exactly what they are, if they're like magical or something?
Try it, try it.
If maybe a dispel magic makes them disappear.
Roll, yeah. These look a lot like summoned creatures to you. You're not sure what they are, but they are definitely physical beings in front of you.
So dispel magic would not work.
You gather as much that it would not dispel them from this area.
Okay. So this one in front of me, before I say anything, I'm like, "Hey, midget vagina, I hope you're watching." And I raise my sunblade. It doesn't glow brighter, but it begins to burn with a radiant energy as I cast a. I think that's that's what it's actually. As I cast a branding smite,
Okay.
and then I swing at the shadow assassin in front of me. That's the one I hexed, right?
Yes, number 2. Yeah. Okay, that
Oh,
hits.
that is so gonna hurt.
Okay.
Second attack. And that'll be it, as I'll kind of move in front of Elwyn to help protect him.
Okay. As your blade pierces its leathery armor, you hear a shriek, an ungodly shriek, kind of like ripple through the air, as the one in front of you just crumples in on itself and becomes a pile of smoking ash. All right, Ashok, your turn, and Elwyn, you're next.
Alright, I'll shoot the same one again. So I click advantage to cancel out the poison effect, or what?
No. You have disadvantage because you're close. You're within melee range of that creature.
Did Shadow 3?
Yeah, there's Shadow 1 is right next to you, so you have disadvantage on range attacks.
Oh.
But he has advantage from Euphemia's thing.
One time.
I'll use it on this Shadow Assassin 3.
Okay.
I'll add the inspiration damage to that, so 11 to whichever.
To which one?
Whichever one. 4 or 1. I twinned a disintegrate.
Yeah, which one did you... just pick one, because it'll kill either one of them.
Oh, 4, the one next to Euphemia.
Alright.
And you know what? I'm gonna quicken a firebolt and try to kill that last one.
Okay. Ashok, your arrow strikes it in its core, and again this one shrieks and it crumples down to the ground, a pile of smoking ash.
Is pulling out my sword a bonus action?
So it's immune to... it's a free action. It's immune to fire. Elwyn. No, it's not. It's not immune to fire. It's just resistant, so it dies.
Yeah, and it would take full damage anyway.
Yeah. Alright. So you guys are inside your little mansion dealio here. Oops, crap. And I'm going to say you were all up here. you saw 9 streaks of black ink fly out from where Clovis disappeared. 4 of them were just locked in combat with you in this room. The other ones, a couple went out the window, this way, like that, and you saw 3 others rush out the door this way.
All right. I'm gonna spend 2/4, 1/5 to get back 13 sorcery points.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 13. Oh, and then just a first level to get that last one back. Full. Let's go, guys. We gotta go before they kill Pablo.
Oh yeah, gotta save the
We should take a
chimichangas.
short rest first. Yes, please.
I'm gonna rush out the door.
I'll follow Ellen.
All right, you guys charge out the door, and you guys see the staircase rushing down that carries on down below. You were engaged with those guys for about 12 seconds, so you hear shrieks down the hallway this way, down the staircase. You hear
Well, I'm gonna
some quick
run down the stairs.
yeah, sputtering in a foreign language. Pretty much it's basically Spanish.
Yeah, so it'd be there.
Okay. One second here. Alright. Okay, you guys rush down the stairs. Euphemia and Ashok, are you going with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
I'm
move
gonna throw
yourselves.
Ashok a potion of invulnerability since I can't heal him. At least that'll mitigate some of the damage.
Okay, so you hear the crashing coming up through here, and through this open doorway, you catch a glimpse of Pablo standing there, along with his wife and one of his kids. Let me see if I actually have pictures for this.
Do you want to grab it from the party sheet, Ashok, and drink it?
Okay, let me just check one thing real quick. I wonder if I have... tokens that would match these.
You want me to drink this potion right now, even though we're not in danger at the moment?
Or you can drink it like as soon as the battle starts. Just that I can't heal you. If not, I would heal you, but
It lasts an hour, you might as well just drink it now.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it said a minute. Yeah, I'll drink it.
Okay. Alright, so, you guys, through the doorway, you see,
Just a minute.
yeah, I got it here. Alright, there we go. 3 of these creatures, hemming in Pablo and some of his family. Okay. What do you guys do?
Stab it with all the things.
Okay, you guys are right here. So they're off through this doorway, which is open right now.
I can see one of them. I guess we'll do initiative. Or do I get surprise attack?
We'll just go. We'll just roleplay this out. So what do you want to do? Yeah, you can attack if you want.
How long has it been since the last fight?
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Okay, I want to run in as well.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll grab whoever's next to me, whoever of the group is next to me, and I want to dimension door between the shadow assassins and the family.
Wait. Feldon goes, I got this.
Okay.
He strokes his earlobe, and a wall of force appears
Thinking.
right there. At least, actually, no. A wall of force kind of appears diagonal.
I think you can shape it, can't you? Like to make it into.
Yeah, I'll make it appear pushing this guy, Shadow Assassin 2 to the wall, Shadow Assassin 3 up against that table, and Shadow Assassin 1 back, and kind of cornering our three, Pablo and his kid and his wife.
Okay.
Kind of like that, so where these guys can't get to them.
Okay. So a wall erupts, and you see Pablo like shoved backwards into the corner, and these things just like you see them slamming into the wall. Their daggers and their blades crashing into it. You see this one turn around. Shadow Assassin 3 turns around at you guys, and you see that there's a sheen of blood at the tip of his blade.
You might not want to do that because that might destroy the wall.
Yeah, it's a legacy weapon, so we haven't tried. That's an experiment we should do later.
All right.
Oh, never mind.
I
Yeah,
love how you put in the later.
Go right ahead and do it. It says the wall is immune to all damage except disintegrate.
Yep. Ashok, and Elwyn, go ahead, do what you guys can do.
Yeah, I was gonna just breathe
Can I
fire
run
on
in
all three of them.
before?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
After he does.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just breathe fire on all of them real quick.
Okay. Ashok starts attacking. So arrows go flying over your head. You raise your staff, and
And this is full damage.
okay.
Are they still alive?
Hold on a second. Fire damage, 74. I wonder why it did so. Why they resisted so much of it. They are still alive, barely.
I did my thing to.
To increase the damage.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. As arrows go flying over their heads, you see the arrows strike, and this blast of dragon flame hurtles through the air, and it incinerates all of them.
Okay. God damn it.
You can get the next group.
Killjack, you rush in.
Well, the point is that I'm concentrating on a branding smite, and I don't want to lose it. I used the 7th level spell slot.
Killjack, you rush in, and as you're standing there at the wall, you see Pablo collapse down to the ground, blood flowing through his hands and on all over the floor.
Look, can you drop the wall, or can I heal through the wall? No, I have to be able to touch. Never mind. Drop the wall, Phil.
I drop concentration on the wall and it disappears.
Okay.
I'll throw a 6th level cure wounds on Pablo.
As you put your hands on him, you recognize that he was instantly killed because this thing did way more than double his hit points.
I'll rush in.
Called Deimos.
I'll rush in and use my 9th level wish to cast resurrection.
We should just let Deimos do it. Don't waste that wish spell.
I don't see Deimos anywhere.
I mean, for all intensive RP purposes, he's still here.
For RP, sure. Let's see here. I get to play Deimos. He might try to do some push-ups first.
Okay.
But let me see here. Let me see what Resurrection does. Resurrection, it's a level 7 spell. You touch a creature and neutralize any poisons. Souls for 1. Alright. So, Ellen, we're going to have to roll like we always do when you're resurrecting something. Roll a d10.
Oh,
A d12. That's what the d20, sorry. It's just a straight d20. No modifiers or anything.
I don't have any luck points. Oh! Yes. I will be the new healer.
Okay. You summon your most powerful magic. And the rest of you guys can visibly see a sheen of radiant energy just like focused throughout the room. And as Elwin raises his staff and pulls it down and touches Pablo across the chest, there's a searing bright light. And you guys can hear Pablo audibly gasp as air re-enters his lungs, and his soul returns to his body. His wound and all the poison that was shoved into him just evaporates into the and just burns away.
Feldorn looks at Pablo and says, "Don't worry, man. We'll bring that little cunt to you.
He looks up.
You'll
Because,
get the last. You'll get the
Mamma
last
mia!
blow."
He's like, his, he looks at his wife real quick, and he looks at his son. He says, "My boy." He says, "Thank you, my friends. Thank you for saving me."
Hey, Pablo. You're part of the family now. All of your 9 children and your wife and yourself.
He says,
So I wanted to really know, where the hell does Mamma Mia come from?
"The babies," and he kind of rushes over to where his quarters would be, over here, and his wife and his boy go rushing behind. They burst into the room, and they see that the rest of the kids are there happily playing, and a couple of them are sleeping and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, good. That would have been such a dick move.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think Midas would ever kill children.
well, hey, if you had failed that roll, Pablo would be dead.
Deimos.
Okay.
Oh crap, he's not here for us to burn him.
All right. What are you guys doing now?
I'll do some push-up for Deimos' sake and rush out the door to try to find the other ones before they kill stuff.
Okay. At this point, it's been close to 30 seconds since the things were first summoned. You guys burst out into West Vane.
But we're sure they're not in the mansion, the rest of the mansion.
All you saw was them go out the window.
Oh, okay, good. I
Alright.
just want to make sure the mansion was clear.
Okay. So you guys are here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Alright. You guys are right there where the circle is. As you rush out your front door. And in the courtyard around you, you see 2 bodies lying on the ground, just pouring blood out onto the cobblestone. You
I'm gonna
hear some
rush.
screams. You hear people shouting from all around.
Okay, I'm gonna roll perception to see if I can tell which direction the screams are coming from.
Okay. All right. They're coming from the palace.
All right, let's go.
Okay. You guys charge to the palace. You see some guards there on heavy alert, and they say, "Inside! Inside! Someone has upset the king and his family! Inside!"
Charge in.
Okay. The rest of you guys following?
Si, senor.
All right. Let me grab my picture here. All right, you rush in through the courtyard, burst into the inner walls, and as you go in there, you see a couple more bodies on the ground. Some of them guards. One of them is a steward. They're just like their throats have been slashed open. Their guts have been torn open, something like that. And like their bowels falling out across the ground. And you hear screams of other people running and rushing around. Guards are running everywhere. You're not exactly sure where they're going, but you hear Elwin with that perception roll. You know that the direction that the chaos is heading is in the center of the palace itself. You guys rush in there and you follow. You come across a couple more corpses on the ground, and you burst into the throne room to see
a big loading screen.
Can you get that? Oh, I should have shared it first.
There it goes.
All right. All right. You see the king and his queen seated on the throne chairs, and two of the shadow fiends engaging with the royal guard in front of him. Standing between the king and the shadow fiends is Aelin the Powerful. You guys remember him?
Yep.
They do.
Paladin. Like a gnome? Right now?
He is a paladin.
That follows a gnome god.
Yep. All right. Oh, I didn't. Hold on 1 second here. The grid won't be perfect since I didn't grid this map previously. There we go. Alright. Aelin the Powerful is standing right there. The two Shadow Assassins are in front of him. And as you guys rush into the room, you see them both leap on him at the same time, shoving their daggers deep into him. He manages to parry one of them, but the other one's dagger definitely draws blood. And then you see that one Shadow Assassin, so Shadow Assassin number 2, just straight up disappear, as it looks like its form becomes smoke-like, and it rises up in this like this cloud of fog, of dark black fog, just swirls around Aelin, and it enters through the wound that the sword had opened up in his side.
All right. So, thinking that that shadow just possessed him, I'm gonna go ahead and win. Or are we?
That's a
going-
reaction. Or can
Are we-
I do something?
Are we going by initiative?
We're gonna roll initiative again, so go ahead and re-roll initiative.
But can I do something as an action?
What are you gonna do?
Or reaction. Sorry.
What was it?
I'm gonna try to use my gloves. Spell magic.
To dispel magic? Is that
Well,
what you
it's
said?
like a counter spell. Counter magic or whatever it's called.
Let's see here.
Once per day, you can use a reaction to cancel a spell 6th level or higher. Or lower, sorry.
Yeah, this isn't a spell cast.
Okay.
Alright.
I was just trying. Yeah.
Alright. At the top of initiative, Feldorn and Ashok.
Feldorn uses his Hexblade's her Hex on Shadow Assassin 1.
Okay.
And I'll come up to him and slice and dice.
I'm gonna tell Demos to go wrestle that guy.
Deimos is still off in some. He wasn't in the hotel room with you, in your mansion with you. He was
wow.
off sleeping somewhere else.
Oh, Ashok would have gone first.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Ashok just rolled a natural 20.
Do I still have the advantage on my attack thing? Or no? Or is that gone?
It's been more than a minute. So how long does your Song of Battle last, Euphemia? As long as you're
As long as I
concentrating.
concentrate.
Yeah. So you're fine. You still have
Okay.
it.
Then I'll take advantage on my second
And you
attack.
still have your other thing. Inspiration.
Well, that just leaves the big guy in armor.
Okay. Elwin, you're up.
Oh god.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
casting
hold him.
hold person on him.
Hold monster.
Okay. He freezes up as he's paralyzed basically.
All right, Feldorn, we got some time to try to come up with something.
Oh, I'm just gonna beat him senseless.
Okay, I'll hold him for you.
All right. Euphemia and Killdrack.
Shaking
I'm
my
gonna just
hand at the
assist.
God Midas, as I had to waste a 7th on the spell, I will run forward, and then I will cast some sort of wizard spell at him.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go help the king. Make sure he's alright.
Okay.
King Queen family.
Yeah. So the king and his queen are both right here. They're like right back there.
You said
I have to.
You said we noticed
Oh.
resistance to fire damage.
Yes. But this
If I have
is
to, I'll cast.
you don't know if alien is resistant to fire damage or not.
I will shoot Melf's acid arrow at him.
Don't hurt him.
It's not gonna kill him, Paladin.
It doesn't
Fine,
matter. There's no point.
I'm
in
not
doing
even gonna use a
damage to
high level
someone-
spell slot.
Waste of time.
I'll just use like just use 2nd level spell slot. That's it.
Okay. At the end of his turn, he gets a save against the paralysis, right? Owen?
Yep.
Alright, so his turn actually ended before Euphemia and Killdrack, so go ahead and roll it for him.
Holy shit.
Alright, so Killdrack, as you blast at him, you see him trudging forward towards you.
What the?
What did you just do?
Paralyzed, so it's an automatic crit because he's paralyzed. Except that I think he did like way more damage than he should have done.
So,
44 plus 11.
Killdrack, where did all that damage come from? 3d8 fire, 76 radiant. Melf's arrow just does 44 acid. Right?
Oh, because he probably had the effect on him from
11.
the smite.
Okay, yeah, you did. Alright. So I fixed the damage.
But he did crit on the Mel's acid arrow. So it should have 84.
Yeah, make sure you delete the paralyzed effect. No.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so, Euphemia, or, you see, as Killdrack rushes up there, Aelin steps forward, he pulls out a great sword, and he is going to bonus
But it's
action.
paralyzed.
No, he saved. He rolled a natural 20 on his save. Alright, Killdrack, he's coming at you. He uses his bonus action to cast Vow of Enmity on you.
What is it with you and making Vengeance Paladins?
Huh? What other ones have I made? Besides this guy?
The Prince.
Oh yeah, he was a Vengeance Paladin too. Two of them, I made two of them. I like Vengeance Paladins, I think the other ones are weak. Weak sauce.
Thank you. Does he hit or does he roll?
Wait, here it comes.
Of course he hits.
Yeah.
Stupid question.
This guy's only level
I
11.
have shield.
I built this guy like a year ago. Let's see here.
Right, huge.
And he was like the third guy we met.
He would have kicked your butts if you fought him. Well, he's smiting you.
You did
Killjoy.
fight him.
No, you guys role-played your way out of the fight.
Oh, yeah.
That's a level 3 smite. Second attack. Killdrack.
I'll shield that one.
It still ties, so he still hits.
Then I won't. I always thought tie went to the player.
And goes to the aggressor. Alright. So he raises his greatsword and comes down on you twice, 2 booming attacks with his this powerful sword, flashing with radiant light. Golden light, actually. There's glitters in the air. And that's the end of his turn. So Euphemia, what were you doing? So Killdrack already moved. Euphemia, what were you going to do?
He was helping the king, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was. I thought he was being held down, but I'm gonna keep what I was gonna do.
Alright, Feldorn.
Oh, you gonna tell me anything about the game? God damn it.
Feldorn, seeing that he really doesn't have any way to non-lethal this man,
I got it.
gonna be like, look, dude, I'm sorry for what's about to
Okay,
happen,
skip me. Whatever.
but you brought this on yourself as I transfer my hex blades hex onto him, and I swing my lightsaber at him.
Okay. Misses.
Are you still concentrating on that song?
Yep.
I think you need to use it ahead of time. You have inspiration, though. Like, you have to declare it's going to be your advantage roll ahead of time.
Oh well, I was gonna declare it for my second attack because I
Okay.
get 2 attacks. Is it cool?
Yeah. That's a hit.
Or you was explaining that you still have advantage, that or you could roll the dice to make sure it did hit the first one.
No, yeah, I know that. I wasn't declaring it for the first one. I'm gonna save my I'm gonna save my inspiration in case I have to do some kind of save.
Okay.
Because I suck at those.
Alright, so you crush into him. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Alright. Ashok, you're up.
I'm gonna use my spells here. Hunter's Mark.
It's a bonus
Always
action.
remember, guys, you can attack for non-lethal damage, just so you know.
It's only melee attacks.
I have a lightsaber. I don't think I can non-lethal with a lightsaber.
Hit him with the hilt.
Just cut
Still has
just
lots
cut
of
hands
life.
off. You know? Turn them into true Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
No Jedi is allowed to have a hand.
I use my inspiration.
Yes.
Alright, I'll attack again.
Just roll a d12 to add to your attack roll. That's how inspiration works. You need a 4 or higher. d12.
Okay, I'll just make my second attack.
It's a hit.
Okay, now you can hit him with the pommel of your sword.
Okay.
Alright, Midas, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If I spend my 3 sorcery points to heighten the spell,
Mhm.
and if I cast it at a 7th level,
Which spell?
excuse me, banishment, could I target the shadow inside him and banish the shadow?
You cannot even see the shadow.
That's a no. Okay, well I'm gonna try to hold him again.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him disadvantage, and
Alright. Wow, he almost made that.
yeah.
Alright, so he's paralyzed again. So he, at the end of his turn, he's going to save. Go ahead and roll it for him one more time.
Yeah, doesn't he save at the end of his turn? So why did he get to attack after
Was it the
he
end?
saved last?
Oh
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Alright, well he's free again. Euphemia, you're up.
So,
The king is cowering in the corner. He's holding he's protecting his wife. There's guards around the room that are some of the guards are dead. Basically, as Aeland was the only thing remaining between the shadow demons and the king. King Reginald Haas.
okay, I'm going to try to use Blink then.
Okay.
Or not, is it Blink or what's it called? I think we have to roll 10
Yeah, blink.
or 20. And I think that's all I can really do. I just want to see what's in the shadow realm. Maybe I can see the shadow there.
Or at the end of your turn.
And if I see it, I want to hold my turn that if I go into the shadow realm, can I attack it there? If I see it?
Yeah.
Blink is your action
you can try.
anyway, so.
Yeah, but
Oh,
blink is
I
your
got
action.
it, guys. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. I got it next time I come
So
around.
end of your turn, Euphemia, cast roll a d12 or d20.
Well, would I be able to attack it? Just asking.
If you saw it in the ethereal realm, yes. If you held your action.
Well, isn't
Okay,
her
well-
action a casting?
Yeah, her action right now is to cast blink.
Yeah, so she
Wait,
can't hold an action.
I
She
can
takes
cast
an action.
and attack, though, as a bard. Can I use my
If
bonus
you
action to
take
attack?
any part of your action, you can't hold the rest of it.
I forgot I had that spell.
Is that the way it works?
Let me just double check.
Midas, the DM,
Let me double check.
one who can make the decision.
Blink is an action to cast.
Yes,
you can use your
and
bonus
I can attack
to attack.
after casting a spell.
Yeah.
Yep.
For this purpose, sure. In general, no, you can't hold a bonus action, but whatever. We'll let you do it.
Okay, then that's what I'll do.
Alright, you fade off into the ethereal realm, and you see get ghostly, kind of like translucent versions of all the people around you and the walls and everything like that. And the same thing for Aelin the Powerful. He is completely just the same as the rest of them. You don't see
No difference.
You don't see a demon.
Okay.
Alright? Killdrack, your turn.
Hold my turn till after Elwyn goes.
Alright, Feldorn. And Ashok.
Feldorn's gonna burn a spell slot to try and hold monster him.
Okay. Alright, he fails. He's held.
Sit boo boo sit.
Okay. Ashok?
Oh, shock.
Ashok, you going?
We just got him back.
Am I out of actions for dashing?
We'll say you could last turn and you moved also. Let's say you still have your actions when you get there.
Okay, well, I'll try to. I'll use the. Actually, I'll try to grapple him. I want to do that.
Okay. He's paralyzed, so he's very easy to grapple.
Athletics.
Yeah. Alright, you wrap your arms around him and you're holding him tight. Anything else? Owen, your turn.
I can make it to where Feldorn is standing. Could I make it there, touch him with my staff, and then, like, kind of end up in a space next to him?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna touch him with my staff and protection from evil and good. He's immune to possession.
Since the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elements, fae, fiends, and dead. That's all they get here. Creatures of these types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Against all types, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's a level 1
And
spell.
yeah, and it's a free spell I get from the staff. It doesn't even cost a point.
If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect. Okay. So he's possessed already. As you do that, you see a flicker of light in his eyes. Just kind of like just acknowledging that the spell was cast, but he's still held in place, and you don't see any shadow assassins around it right now.
Okay, sounds good. That's my turn.
Okay. End of his turn, he's going to try to make a save against your...
I get my held action.
Alright, go ahead.
I'll attack him with
Okay.
my staff of striking, and I will go for unconscious instead of lethal.
Okay, this will automatically crit.
Okay, I'll expend 3 slots, but I won't cast any spells on it.
Okay. You hit.
How do I activate critical damage again?
He is already paralyzed, so it will crit automatically. Wait, why didn't that work?
There's a little plus minus sign on the top right where you can select the type of damage.
If you hold shift, it would have crit.
Yeah, that should have... I'm surprised it didn't crit automatically. Huh. Alright, well, I'll just double the die roll. Anything else? Killjack? Anything else?
Is the staff of striking extra d6 doubled, or is that
Yes.
just okay? So it should be 6 more. 6.
Okay, roll it. Okay,
And then I'll use my second attack as well.
alright.
That'll miss.
You'll have advantage because he's paralyzed. Are you even targeting him? Yeah, you are. He's paralyzed. Why is that not giving him advantage? You miss
Because
anything.
he has advantage and disadvantage for some reason.
That is awkward. He's paralyzed, he's grappled.
I paralyzed?
Oh, okay.
I got
I
no
think
effects on me.
No. Aelin is I'm just pulling off some of these. Alright, it should work now. Euphemia, your turn.
Yeah, just. Does anyone have any suggestions? I have no idea what to do.
Attack him and
That was mine.
knock him out.
I can attack him.
You can knock him out. You don't have to kill him. Hit him with the flat of your blade. It literally works
I'm gonna
every
kick him in
time.
the ribs.
Okay.
Since we're just beating up an old man. I'm not gonna use my sword though. So what do you want me to roll?
So this is just an attack roll. A d20 plus your proficiency plus your strength.
I have no idea what that is.
He's
It's like +5 plus.
yeah. He's paralyzed, so like you're gonna hit him.
I'm gonna hit. Yeah, so just roll damage.
Well, physical attacks are just like 1 damage plus your strength modifier. So you're
Can I just say I hit him like 4? Average.
You hit him for 7 each time.
Okay.
Alright, so you go and kick him a couple times?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't attack him. If I do, I'll cut his head off. You know what you know? I'm gonna roll like
Oh,
5
that
natural
is
20s.
true. That
That's
is
true.
very true.
Feldorn, your turn.
You think I'm not doing things, and it's like, yeah, you're saving his life.
Is he
Feldman.
still paralyzed?
Yes, he is.
Well, I'm gonna hold my action. If he gets unparalyzed, I'll hold monster him again.
Okay. Ashok.
Oh, I was grappling him, so I need
Yeah.
to continue that.
All right, what are you guys gonna do? So he's paralyzed in front of you. We'll break initiative right now, and you guys have a choice of what to do.
I'll
He's still possessed.
cast greater restoration on him. That doesn't.
Good thinking.
Okay. You have greater restoration?
Lesser. I only have lesser. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't have it. What are you
I'll
guys gonna do?
cast
Guards
left.
to go get the mage guy.
Oh, Moltar Bennot?
Yeah.
Okay, so you leave to go get him.
Don't you have greater restoration, Euphemia? Try casting that.
No, I don't.
Okay. So, every once in a while I'm going to make a wisdom save for him, but you guys can decide what to do. We've broken initiative.
Damn it.
Oh.
Beldorn, cast it again.
Yep.
Alright. You paralyze him again. What are you guys going to do? He's still possessed. He's kind of like looking at you with a rage, and he's struggling with every ounce of his strength to fight against
Well,
you guys.
I'm still gonna try to hit him on top of the head to knock him out. I still want to do that.
Okay, so you keep pounding on him, and eventually you knock him unconscious. Alright, so he slumps down to the ground. What are you guys doing now?
Isn't Euphemia getting the wizard?
Takes time.
It'll take time.
Nothing I can really do
I'm
to
sitting
speed it
on
up.
top of him, and if he looks like he's starting to wake up, I'm going to hit him on top of the head again.
If I do find the wizard, I'm gonna teleport back instantly.
If he
That
wakes up,
helps speed
let,
up.
let me try something
Okay.
I don't
before
hit him
you
on the head if
before you
so.
knock him back out.
Okay. It takes a couple minutes for Euphemia to go out and find Moltar Bendot. He's in his quarters, doing some scholastic work, some academic stuff.
I'm gonna find another page before I go in and shove the page in and tell him to come out.
Okay.
I'll fucking go in there.
Yeah, it takes a couple minutes, but he eventually comes out. You see him cinching his robe up around him. He says, What's going on? I hear these screams."
Or just come with me, you old fucking piece of shit.
Of course I will come with you. Lead the way.
I'm gonna use a stick and I'm gonna touch him with the stick.
Mhm.
A 10-foot one.
Yeah.
And then I'll dimension door.
Okay, you zap into the room with Moltar Bendot. In the meantime, he's stirred a little bit, but he's very unconscious. So Moltar Bendot comes up and says, "What has happened here? All these bodies!" And there's like 4 or 5 dead bodies on the ground. "What should I do?"
Well, he seems to be possessed by a shadow of some sorts, and we didn't want to kill him, so... do you have any ideas?
He says,
Like greater restoration, do you have that ability?
Perhaps a restoration spell of some sort. Here. And he goes up and he places his hand on Aeland. And he casts Greater Restoration. And as he does, you see expelled from within Aeland's core, this shadow assassin comes bursting out. He looks at you all, and he starts running
Oh...
towards the king.
Attack him.
Oh, the hell no, he doesn't.
All right,
Can we take
I
an
would
action?
have stood between him and the king.
we're rolling. All right. So he's
We
gonna
have to roll. I mean, these guys are dying in one hit.
he's gonna try to rush towards the king. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll initiative for everybody.
Would I've gotten a pot shot on him because I was sitting on the guy, like
Sure.
I was actually sitting
Sure.
on him.
Sure, if you had
Cool.
ready direction, so sure.
Okay.
Oh, he
Yeah,
rolled
I'll
low.
just be a regular attack. Not Aelin, my bad. I'll retarget.
Why do you have advantage and disadvantage?
That's really weird. I don't know why.
Well, I have advantage because of Euphemia's thing. I don't know why I have disadvantage.
You can take
Uh,
off my
Oh,
star.
it's this. It's the ward against good and evil that Elwyn cast.
Oh, because
That would
I'm
have been gone
technically
by
a
now.
celestial.
No, it's just
Or
it's just
something.
a poorly worded spell effect.
Oh.
It was incorrect.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll expend three more, uh, whatever they are for 3 more d6.
Okay.
You have to write in a code for me for that.
Okay. All right. So as this thing is
That
rushing,
was terrible.
it's okay. He rolled really low on initiative, so it's literally like Ashok, Feldorn, and Kildrak have actions beforehand. And with Euphemia standing in the way, getting an opportunity attack as he rushes past, I'm going to say that you guys just, like, slaughter him on his way to the king. He makes a diving leap, and you guys all hit him with different spells and stuff. And as he slips past you, Euphemia, you take your sword and you just, you split him in half. His body, a pile of ash, just lands over here near the king, at the king's feet. All right. The king steps forward. He says, in you know a bit of a worried state. You know, obviously he's been pumped with adrenaline. He says, "What is the meaning of this? How are these creatures able to infiltrate my very palace?"
Because you lack proper security.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk away.
He says,
Yeah, whatever, dude.
"Are there any more?"
There should be one more, isn't there?
No, that was 9.
4 in the room. 3. Yeah, that no. 4 in the room. Oh, there's still. No, yeah, that's 9. Never mind.
Okay. So the king is a bit distressed, but you guys manage to tell him about what happened, and you care for Malter Bennett begins to heal Aelin the Powerful, and Aelin eventually awakens and is restored to his normal self. When he does awaken, he's not quite sure of what happened. He has very little memory of what happened. All right, what are you guys gonna do?
Well,
Was there any clues in what he said or what we could see from the mirror itself, like when he was talking, of where?
Okay, all of you roll me intelligence checks.
Finally.
end game.
Checks.
Why am I down 91 wounds?
You got hit.
It's
Poison.
because you got bitch slapped.
No, I don't think I.
Yeah,
Did
you
I get hit?
Yeah.
Did I
Alright.
make a Constitution saving throw? Because I
So
could
Kildrak.
have had advantage on it.
Killjack. What you recall is that some snippets of information from him. He rolled 4 dice, a 9, a 4, a 10, and a 7. And there were 9 shadow assassins that spawned here.
Ah, shit.
I immediately go back to the mansion, and I do my detection thing that I get as a paladin.
Okay. There's nothing in your immediate area.
No, it's gonna be here, Ospium, our castle, and the dwarf thing.
True.
It has to be
Oh.
those 4 places, right?
Let's go to Ospium, or let's go to the castle first. Yeah, someone should transport to the castle and check it out.
All my magic. Yeah, I can still teleport 2 places.
I can teleport all we need. Doesn't matter.
Okay. What do you guys
Let's
do?
get to the castle then. Castle, guys?
Castle.
All right. Take care, Ashok.
Thanks for letting me join in for the moment that I could.
Yeah. All right. So off in the outskirts of Hasselin, in the small town of Heldren, you guys have a castle marked by this blue square.
User disconnected from your channel.
My girlfriend's. Like, I'll be right back.
Okay. So Euphemia, you teleported them, right? With teleportation circle?
If that's what they want.
Alright, so teleportation circle takes 1 minute to cast. 5, 6, 7. It's been at least 10 minutes, more like 12 or 13 minutes by the time you guys arrive at this castle. And you guys plant down. Let's see, where was your teleportation circle? I think it was right here when you guys arrive.
That was like right in the middle.
Was it? Alright, right in the middle.
Like right on the one.
Okay.
Then we like built an altar or something.
Yeah. You guys zap down right in the middle there. And you look around, and there's a few dead bodies lying on the ground all around the courtyard. Okay.
I'm gonna rush to my temple.
Okay.
I'll just immediately start searching the rooms of the house in any particular order that you want me to.
Okay.
Searching.
Some people probably go down to the village.
Alright. So, Euphemia, you head down to the temple. Kildrak, you start walking around looking for through the rooms.
Oh, I'm running.
Alright.
Feldorn goes running down to the village to check out on the people in the village.
Okay. Let's start with Euphemia. Euphemia, you burst down into your temple and into underground, and as you land under there, you walk in and see two shadow assassins there, with and there's 5 corpses of dead acolytes on the ground, and there's 3 more live acolytes standing in the corner, with shield and sword, facing off against these 2 shadow assassins.
Okay.
Alright.
So I'll go in, I'll just start singing my song and support the 2 acolytes. Oh,
Okay.
we're actually doing it on the map?
Well, it's on the map right now. You can start fighting them. Kildrak, as you burst into the lab and you go off into the chapel and various rooms, you're seeing dead bodies kind of everywhere. You're getting an inclination of where they're traveling to. As you rush up here into the like the master quarters, you find 2 more shadow assassins there.
In 16?
Yep.
Okay. Branding Smite, Green Flame, or Booming Blade.
Okay.
Or since they're so close, Green Flame Blade.
Yeah, Ashok would have run off with you. Elwyn can decide where he's going next. Feldon, you rushed off to the village, right? So you ran off in this
Yes, sir.
direction, towards the village. Towards the exit to the keep. Alright. So we'll start with Euphemia. So
And you said I had help?
you have 3 acolytes in there with you. I'm going to add them to the thing, but you act first. So what are you going to do?
With my big multi-attack spell blade, can I attack 2 targets with it? Or just 1 target?
Which spell? What's it called?
The one that you increase the level on.
Sword Singer. That's their AoE one. Shadow Dancer.
Yeah.
No, 1 enemy.
How much health do these guys have?
From what you've gathered, they have around 70 or 80. hit points.
Near 80 hit points. Okay, I guess I'll do a level 6 Shadow Dancer spell on him. Or not Shadow Dancer, but the Zero Blade, or... No, yeah, Shadow Dancer.
Yeah, it has to be Shadow Dancer. Alright, so target it
Well,
and roll it. Killdrack, you walk in to see them slicing the throat of one of your servants. They turn up at you, they hiss a little bit, and they come charging at you. Ashok walks in the door behind you, though.
Okay.
Euphemia, while you're rolling that, I'm doing the fight up here.
okay.
Do I walk in and get Matt to run at them first, or do they get to run at me first?
You guys can go first.
Okay. So glad I don't have to run at them. Glad they came at me. Branding Smite at 5th level, and Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
So 5th level is 5d6 extra, and Flame Blade. That much damage. Oh, I forgot to target. Does mine hit?
Yes.
Okay, and spend my last 3
Euphemia, you
things
kill it.
to
Oh, I did?
add
Oh,
3d6, and then his
So
friend
do I
right
get
next to
a-
him will take fire damage as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. Killdrack. No, you use up all your
Use my
attacks on the one.
bonus.
Yeah, you can use your bonus to
Use
attack
my
again.
bonus.
There
Okay.
should have been branding smite damage on
Just-
that.
Alright, just roll the dice independently then.
Okay, so here's the branding smite damage. And then 3 more d6 for the staff of striking.
Okay.
And then I'll also use my free-ish action to put my staff of striking on my back.
Okay.
As I have no more charges of it, and it's just a quarterstaff now, and I can't pull out my warhammer because that's too much stuff, but I'll do that. Sure.
Alright, so, Euphemia, you killed the one, and the one that you just attacked, Killdrack, is going to attack you.
Okay, and I'll do the flame damage right now, the leaping flame.
Alright. It resists all of it.
All of it? It resists 4d8 damage. Fire?
Yeah, it's immune to fire.
Immune to fire. Oh. Shit. I thought you just said resistance.
Oh, resistance to fire. Never mind. It's resistance to fire. You're right. Okay, so it's very hurt. It's almost dead, but it still manages to get within melee range of you. And here come its attacks. Hit. Here's your Constitution save. Which you succeed.
should have
so you take
advantage
half
on
of
that.
this. Yeah, you take half of that. Second attack. It crits you. Alright. You collapse down to the ground in pain as its blade sinks into your side. Ashok is going to ready his bow and bring that one down. It only has like 11 hit points left. So he shoots it twice in the head and it collapses down to the ground. Alright. Euphemia, back to you. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna repeat the action.
Okay.
If you want me to roll it or stuff, or do you just want to see it dies?
You're going to cast this the Sword Dancer again?
Yeah, I'll just cast it again.
Well, in the meantime, he lunges out with his sword and kills one of your acolytes on his turn.
Can I prevent that anyway?
No, you used your turn. On his action, he kills one of your acolytes. Go ahead and roll attacks against him.
Well, he's just gonna die anyways, right?
Yeah, apparently. Like, if you can do full damage to him, unless you roll badly. Like, really badly.
Okay, I'll make
You
it.
killed him because you crit. So let's see what you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
All hits. Yeah. So when we roll damage 6 times?
Yeah. That kills him. In a flurry of rage, you unleash blow after blow, and he sinks down to the ground. And you look around and you see the corpses of 7 of your acolytes just um, eviscerated on the floor, and the 2 remaining ones are covered in blood, but they seem to at least be conscious. They're trembling a little bit, and they look to you and they thank you like 1,000 thanks for saving their lives. All right, up here,
I'm
Ashok.
gonna.
Go on.
I was gonna say I was gonna res them.
Which one?
Resurrect as many as I can.
How many do you have?
Um. I didn't. My mouse. Trying to figure out what level this spell is.
So you got to burn those shadow dancer spells that you just used.
Oh yeah. Well, I burnt one already.
Okay, you start counting how many casts you have. Up in the other room, Ashok is gonna face off against this other shadow assassin, and he's fighting it. Elwyn, are you back?
Sure.
Yeah. Which way did you go? Feldorn ran off to the village. Kildrak started searching rooms, and Euphemia went to her underground temple.
So I
As soon
can
as you guys
resurrect
arrived,
5 of them. So how many were there dead?
there were 7 dead.
Thinking back, I would have probably, since Kildrak would have gone with Ashok,
Mhm.
I would have probably gone with Feldorn to the village.
All right, you and Feldorn head off to the village. Ashok is going to face off against the shadow assassin one-on-one. Ashok's pretty hurt. Let's see what happens. Alright, on Ashok's turn, he attacks it twice. Let's see, he puts on Hunter's Mark. Hits it. Attacks it again. Hits it, Colossus Slayer. Alright, hurts it pretty bad. On its turn, it's going to attack him. Misses. Second attack. Will definitely hit. Alright. Looks like Ashok's going to come out on this one. Alright. The next thing you notice, Kildrak, is life flows back into you as Ashok casts Cure Wounds on your unconscious
Oh,
form.
wait, I was dead?
Yeah, you went unconscious.
I did not know. Probably should have used a shield here or there, but I was gluey.
Right. You wake up to see a very, very bloody, covered. Ashok and you are both torn to crap, but you're victorious as both shadow assassins in this room have been slain. All right, Euphemia, you cast 5 raised dead spells. Go ahead and roll me 5 d20s.
I was gonna see if I could, do my song with the help of the priestesses. See if I can maybe make that 7.
What song?
The song that we were talking about.
To raise dead?
No, to where priestesses get together and can sing a song to do
Spell song.
unique guide things.
It won't increase the number of spells you have to cast.
Well, I'm saying if I had their help, is it possible to, save all of them?
There's 2 other priestesses there. Here, I'll link it so you guys can see it.
Well, even if I had to, raise 5, then I would have 5 plus the 2. Then could I somehow get the other 2 up with them?
Alright, so you join hands with the other 2 acolytes you have there, and the 3 of you start to sing your spell song. You've instructed them in this. They're a little bit awkward in it since they haven't had much practice with it, but they sing it well enough that it manages to take hold. I'll let you cast Raise Dead on 7 of them. It'll burn all your spell slots. So burn all of those 5 spell slots, but I'll let you roll it 7 times to see how many you can resurrect.
Okay.
Right? So roll me 7 d20s. As the as
A
the
lot of dad rolls.
yeah, as the song fades from the air, you tremble slightly, knowing in your heart that as hard as you tried and as hard as your sisters tried to help you, um, the magic was just not strong enough to extend to all seven of their sisters on the ground. You look around and you see the bodies of all of them still lying there, unmoved, and then you hear the coughing of a single individual, a young one, about a teenager of about 15 years old. She raises up her the vicious wound that had crossed her neck seems to have been sealed up, and her hand covered in dried blood. She looks up and she says, "Milady, you've brought me back. That was horrible. That was truly horrible. Those creatures." And she looks around and she sees all the dead sisters on the ground, and she breaks down in tears. But she's also very thankful to you for saving her. Okay. Yes, Ellen. Okay. You and Feldorn rush off towards the town.
We've killed 4 in here so far.
hmm So really small like that. This is not to scale, obviously, but I'll put you guys on the map. All right. Rushing down from your keep. Um, you enter the main road into town, and you see a cobbler and a farmer dead on the ground. What do you guys do?
Do we hear any screams coming from anywhere?
Yes. Further into town, you hear it. Sounds like it's coming from
Yeah.
the center of town.
Keep going.
Okay. You rush into center of town, and you see one shadow assassin standing over a small family. Looks like a mother, father, and 2 young children. Um, the father is dead on the ground. The mother is holding one of her babies, and the assassin has its hand up in the air, and is about to drive it down into her chest.
Do we get an action off?
You're at range, but yes.
Okay. I'm gonna cast banishment.
Okay. Let me throw him on the combat tracker. So he's in the center of town there. You guys are rushing in towards the center of town. Right, and he's just within range. Alright. As his dagger is coming in, all of a sudden he zaps away. And this sickening pop, and he is no longer on this plane.
How many did we see?
You don't know.
You don't know. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, you guys arrived here about 10 minutes after they arrived.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to the lady and say, "Have you seen any more of these?"
A bit shocked, traumatized, looking at the body of her dead husband, she snaps out of it. She looks at you and she nods. The little toddler next to her looks up at you and says, "There were 2 more," and she points off in this direction to the south.
I closed the map in accident. Can you share it one more time, please?
She 2 went that way, and she points that way.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the little girl, "You are very brave. Help your mom. Go hide. Go hide in the opposite direction." And I point like towards somewhere else.
She nods, and she hugs her mommy, and she helps her as best as she can.
Okay.
Okay.
So I start heading off in that direction. This dude, the one I just banished, might come back in a minute, Feldorn. So we gotta hurry.
Yep.
Alright, so go ahead and head on that direction. As you guys walk down around the corner, and you see a bloodbath. A good dozen or so villagers their bodies are littering the ground. And these things, their blades are very sharp, so they just run by and they just cut them open, and like all sorts of, and they just cleave through flesh like it were nothing. So, arms and limbs are severed. Entrails are spread out all over the ground. There's crying, there's screaming, everywhere.
Feldorn's extremely angry at this.
Okay. You head down to a. You can use you can roll inspiration, Euphemia. Yes, one of them. I'll allow it this time around. Normally, the roll is straight up a d20, but because you used your song with the other priestesses, you're able to use the last bit of inspiration you have to resurrect one other acolyte. So you save 2 of them. All right. So you guys head down this pathway down here, and there's blood everywhere. There's crying villagers. There's people just in tears, broken, and the carnage is real. As you hit number 13, which is like a large tavern, you hear screams and shouts from inside as some of the men from the village are putting up a valiant fight against the remaining 2 assassins.
Want us to roll initiative?
You guys can take first action since they don't know you're there. They're basically fighting the villagers right now.
Gonna walk up behind this guy and branding smite the fuck out of his head.
Okay.
And I will forceful crush the other guy.
Okay. Target him and roll it.
Which one are you doing, Feldorn? Assassin 1?
Yeah. Do I still have my inspiration?
Yes.
I'm gonna use that.
You hit.
I'll give him disadvantage.
They do have dexterity.
It would take half.
0 with dexterity.
If he failed,
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's right, he did. Okay.
but he is incapacitated.
Okay. All right, you land 2 vicious blows against them. Their forms are swirling with black ink-like substance, and they both turn and like throw off the villagers that were around them, and they charge your way. Well, number 2 is incapacitated though, so number 1, Feldorn, is going to come at you. That will be a miss. Second attack, miss also. The other guy, does he get a save? He probably should get a save. End of his turn. All right, he staggers back up to his feet, but that's his turn. So you guys are up again.
This time, Feldorn will hex him and slash him with his sword.
All right, that's a crit. Okay. Describe what happens.
I literally stab my lightsaber into him and make it glow as bright as it can, causing him to dissipate.
Yeah, he burns up from the inside. His eye. The last thing you see is his eyes turning red with the brightness of your sunblade, before he falls into ash.
This should be full damage since I got that feat.
Okay. All right, I
will
added it.
Quicken and do it again. Plus one more.
That is exactly enough. All right, describe what
Awesome.
happens, Elwin.
I just shoot off 1 firebolt from each hand, and they all hit him right in the center mass, and the shadow just kind of fizzles out of existence.
Okay. You guys look around now as the screams and the cries from the village have kind of died down. And you look up and you see your friends beginning to emerge from the castle. And you look at the carnage around you. Basically, these assassins had their way of the town for about 10 minutes. Um, there are many dozens that have been killed, just senselessly slaughtered. Men, women, children, just kind of everywhere. A lot of the staff in your keep had fallen. Some of the guards and the militia that you were training put up a good fight. Amongst them, you find a heavily wounded Armeg.
That's the dwarf, right?
Yeah.
I stick my finger in one of his wounds. I'm like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?"
He grimaces in pain. Um, he's definitely heavily wounded, but so he's down to like 2 or 3 hit points. But he made it. He shudders. He says, "Ah!" He says, "My apologies. My apologies for not putting up a more valiant defense. The monsters surprised us. I was not able to defend all the helpless ones here in this keep. That is shame upon myself."
Armeg, just make sure that you help the wounded. We have supplies in the keep to help with that. Unfortunately, this is a coordinated attack, and we must go defend the next place.
He nods. He says, "Understood." Yes. He looks around. "Jerem, where is Jerem?" Jerem is your butler. And he's nowhere to be seen at the moment.
Well, we leave this in your capable hands, Armeg. I wish we could stay and help.
Aye. I will do my best.
Alright, Voldorn, let's go.
Okay. Where are you guys going?
I have one 8th level spell slot that I can use to teleport
Okay.
somewhere.
I think we should go to the they're called Vortum next, and then Ospium.
Yeah. I can try to teleport us to Vortum, but from there I cannot teleport us to Ospium. But if we go to Ospium, we can get the princess to teleport us to Vortum.
Or I was just thinking Euphemia teleports us back to Ospium because she has a teleportation circle in Ospium, but not in Vortum.
Can you do
I
that, Euphemia?
just wasted all my spells trying to save my priestesses.
Ospium first.
So
Is,
I
I have
wait.
to go
Is
AFK real quick.
teleport? Wait. What level teleport circle?
Teleport circle is level... It's pretty high. 5, yeah.
5.
Yeah, I'm out of everything 5 and above. So I'm kind of useless on teleport.
I know we can get someone to teleport us from Ospium to Vortum.
But he's right. The princess can send us anywhere we want.
Okay, so I'll burn my 8th level spell
He's
slot and
very right.
teleport
That's
us.
Vortum.
Okay.
But it's just a dwarf in town. And if we're
Ospium.
wrong, then
Ospium. Elwyn, a minute goes by and the demon does not unbanish.
Yeah, I don't lose concentration on it.
Yeah, it stays on its home plane. You send it back to its home plane. Somewhere deep in the abyss. Alright. You gather up your friends, and you cast teleportation.
What daggers do I have in Ospium? I have one in the princess's room and one in the queen's reception hall.
That's right. Where are you going to?
Where should I go, guys?
princess.
Okay, princess it is.
You arrive to an empty room. It is middle of the day. You basically zap into her quarters, and there's no one there at the moment.
Right, well,
I'm jumping off the balcony.
Okay. Are you gonna cast fly?
Since you know
It's 120 feet.
gave me the idea, sure. Right before I hit the ground. Well, no, I'm gonna cast levitate. Actually, I'm just gonna
Okay.
land.
All right.
how
I just want
many?
to get down to the bottom floor.
How many of those shadow guys did you see in our castle?
There were 7 in your.
I mentioned 2.
7 in total, including the ones in town.
Yes.
So it could be 4 of them here or 10. Hopefully 10. Blake's got some help. All right, well let's go.
All right. You guys descend quickly. Euphemia levitates down. Elwyn, I would imagine you'd fly down. The rest of them, if everyone is very closely behind. And you hit the ground floor, and you look around, and everyone it's business as usual. The stewards and everyone are kind of like mulling around. The servants are going about their tasks. The
I'm
guardsmen
gonna cast
are.
Fly and head towards my other temple.
Okay.
Which I don't think that you would know about because I never went there. And I had the shard.
Mhm.
I'll go there anyways.
So
Now
Euphemia
I'll keep a
flies off
lookout
to
on
the
the
temple.
city as I go as a flyer.
I'm gonna try to find the dragon dude or somebody that I know is of import. Queen, the princess.
Okay, roll me a d6. All right. You come across Owain the Brazen as Euphemia flies off. Oh shoot, I don't have my picture up. So he you know where the center of his activities are. You head over to his keep, and you see him working with his soldiers, instructing them, drilling them, that kind of stuff. As you approach, he looks up, and he says, "Greetings, friend Elwyn.
Owain.
Surprised to have you here."
Owain, I come in an urgent matter. Have
Urgent
you
matter?
heard of any attacks going on around the city?
Attacks? No, of course not. I would be first to be notified if our city were to come under siege.
Do you know where Achalia is?
The princess?
Yes.
He says, at the noon hour, she likes to walk the gardens.
Okay. Be on the lookout for an attack. There's the demon.
Hard assassin.
What are you saying?
Telling him to say assassin.
Clovis.
Because attack
The
versus...
assassin Clovis, the demon assassin, has sent out demons to attack
Assassins.
Okay.
Dude, I'm talking. To attack everywhere, and it's attacked our castle, and it's attacked in Westvane. So we thought that another group was sent here. So be on the lookout. And then I'm gonna turn around and try to fly to the gardens as fast as I can.
Okay. So he acknowledges. He says, "Agreed. Demon attack. Assassinations. Understood." So as you fly off, you hear him barking orders at his men around him. So you had gone over to here in the training grounds. The gardens are over here. So
Yeah,
you start
that's
flying
fine.
in that direction. Kildrak and Feldorn. What are you guys
That's
doing?
the way I'm going, isn't it?
No, you're going over this way, Euphemia. Your temple is like right over here.
You know what? I can carry
No,
one
it's
of them,
not.
and I will use 5
It was like here,
To
right here,
cast-
something like that.
No, my
telekinesis
temple's on the west side.
and drag the other one with me. So I'm carrying one of the Kildrak or Feldorn, and then the other one telekinesis, dragging him with us too.
I'd be going with that one. You could
Alright.
telekinesis Kildrak.
Okay. All right, so you start flying in that
Makes
direction.
sense.
Now, Euphemia, your temple is like right around here.
I completely disagree.
No, I'm. If it wasn't, it
Because
is
I'm
now.
quite sure we put it on the west side.
No, it's over here. I'm pretty positive.
Because, come on. Changing the location of my temple.
Euphemia, you touch down first. It's over here. I'm pretty sure. We can go look at the video when we built it, but I'm like 99% sure it's over here. It was like on one of these little areas in this corner here.
Definitely look back for that.
So you head back over in that direction, and um, you
Anything going on?
you settle down, and you see that the acolytes are going about the business that you had commanded. The temple has been built completely. The construction that you ordered has been finished, and the ladies that you had designated to recruit and to lead the worship sessions and the religious services are about their business, and they've recruited a full couple dozen young priestesses to the cause. But there is no
Damn,
distress. There's no
quite a bit.
yeah. There's no they're shocked that you're there, and they all bow to you as you enter. And the head lady, she says, "My lady, it's a privilege to have you here. We were not expecting your presence."
Guess what? There's some shadow assassins in this town. I want everyone to get ready for a battle that might happen.
She says, "Understood." And she shouts out the two arms calls, and all 2 dozen of the priestesses start to arm themselves in their armor and their weaponry.
I'll explain, their abilities and stuff. And I'll have them start searching or gathering information.
Okay.
But order them not to attack any of the creatures.
Okay. The rest of you guys, you head over to the gardens. Just double check here real quick. What do I have on me? Okay. Alright. Elwyn, as you are flying towards the gardens, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Very good at that.
Okay. It takes you a while. It takes you a while to find the princess. And as you come across her, you flying overhead. You kind of touch down and you're looking around. You're asking directions. You are not able to quite see her. Finally, some people kind of point you off in a general direction, off towards the lower left corner of the gardens. She has a private little cove that she likes to retreat to, and just meditate and sing and study, that kind of stuff. She typically travels with some guards, and they tell you that they saw her head that direction, about an hour ago. So you head in that direction, and you guys see this dealio. The princess is off in her quiet little cove over here, and up the trail over here. These two assassins have very, very stealthily slain most of her guards. Actually, hold on. That's all that you see.
Do I see any other live people around those two shadow assassins?
So this is not quite to scale. So they're more up the path. Further down the path, you see as you're flying overhead, you see the princess there, and two of her guards. They're like that.
Yeah, but around these guys, I don't see any more, like any live guards.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a fireball right on them whenever I get in range.
Okay.
Actually, since you're holding me, I pull off one of my beads from the necklace of fireball and drop it on top of them.
Okay. All right. So go ahead.
He could also drop a fireball if he wants to.
Alright, so you guys come from this direction here, Kildrak and Elwyn. You guys are flying, kind of attached to Kildrak. That's what you see. So these two assassins, there's blood all around them, but they've been very stealthy about it. They've been very quiet about it. So there's spatters of blood all over.
Oh, that's hilarious. They still failed that.
Okay.
The one that failed should take 24. I mean, yeah, 24 out of mine.
Okay. Got it. Alright. As you guys do that, they glance up to you and you hear the explosions. From where you are, you could see the princess kind of like startled as she stands up out of her focus, and she rushes over. She kind of walks in this direction, and you see her from where you are. You know, you're fairly far away. You can't hear her say anything. Kind of call out to you, but you can't really hear what she's saying.
While we're getting near, and Beldor and I are kind of going more toward these assassins that we can see, I'm going to start sending Kildrak with, the telekinesis more in the direction of the princess.
Okay.
And actually, as we get closer, I'm gonna use my Hexblade's hex on Assassin 3.
Okay. Okay. So Kildrak starts moving in this direction. As you float him over there, Feldor, you and Elwyn are still above ground. These two assassins start to run. They start trying to run under cover of trees in this direction here. So they dive under some bushes, and they're currently out of your line of sight.
Feldor laughs at that.
Okay, since you're floating above. All right, Kildrak. Elwyn, are you putting him down or what? Elwyn, how did you float him over there? Is he still in the air, or are you setting him on the ground?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, like in a diagonal push, like floating him towards over there, but in a downward motion. That way, as soon as he hits the ground, I'll release the concentration.
Okay, so right around time he hits here, is when he touches ground. Okay.
My turn?
Yes.
Is she gonna speak first?
She walks over to you and she says, Kildrak, what is going on?
There's an assassination attempt against you, my lady. There's two of them over there. There's as many as... What numbers have we gone through again?
We have 10 and 4 left.
10. There's as many as 8 more of them somewhere in this garden, possibly.
She says, I have seen no shadow assassins, or any kind of dark creature, and, she says, are you certain? This is cause for great
I'm
alarm.
positive, 100%.
She says, very well. Then, we must alert our armed forces, and do a search of everywhere looking for these assassins. Who do you think they would be after?
You or the queen, my lady.
My mother. I must ensure the safety of my mother. Okay?
We can do that as a group.
Alright. Elwyn and Feldorn, what are you guys doing?
Go ahead.
Oh, by the way, does my perception check reveal anything around the princess?
Yeah, 1 second. So you were having a conversation with her. Elwyn and Feldorn, what were you doing?
Seeing as they ran undercover, I would still, with my Hexblade's curse on one of them, I would be able to teleport within 5 feet of one.
Okay.
So basically, I'd be able to teleport here if he's here.
Alright. So you zap down there and you see them hiding underneath some of the bushes. Basically, as soon as they dive in, you zap under there and you say, and you're right next to them.
And in John Cena style, I go, I can see you.
Okay, you can go ahead and take an action.
Actually, let me double check to make sure that that is my action or not.
Is it?
Nope. It's bonus action.
Okay, so you can go ahead and take an action. Elwin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Enduring Missiles, and as I fly down to the ground,
Okay. Go ahead and
and
target.
as my bonus action, can I see any of them?
No.
No?
When you hit the ground and you go under the bushes, you can see them.
Okay.
When you hit
Yeah,
the ground level.
as soon as I can see, I'll target one of them and send my 4 missiles at them.
Okay, go ahead and target it and roll it. Yeah, those are doing damage. The two of you lay into those two, and they start shrieking in pain. All right.
Link it just in case.
Yeah.
Not a
All right. Shadow
regular
Assassin
spell.
3 is going to take a swing at you, or a couple swings at you, Feldorn. It's a natural 20.
Can't do nothing about that.
All right. Here's the save for poison. You fail. All right, and here's your second attack.
Gonna roll that d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still hits.
Okay. Hit. And it poisons once per turn, basically. So it just shoves its short sword deep into your side. The other one is going to rush around, and since Elwin is... Oh, Elwin, you're touched down since you can see it. It's going to charge you. That's a miss. Second attack. Also a miss. Very nice. Alright, back to Kildrak. Kildrak, you rolled a perception check to look around, right?
Yes, I did.
Alright, what you notice is that as you're talking to her, the two guards come up behind the princess and sink their axes into her back.
Sorry, say that one more time.
The two
Oh, shit.
guards come up behind the princess and sink their axes into her back.
Yeah, that doesn't sit well with me. I immediately grab her, and as my, nope, I can't do that either. Yeah, no, I will grab her, and as my bonus action, I will Misty Step away, holding her.
Okay. Technically, Misty Step doesn't work that way. It's Dimension Door that you can use to teleport people.
Oh crap.
Do you have Dimension Door?
Nope.
Alright, well,
Never mind.
she cries out in pain and falls down to her knees.
Well, okay, I'll grab her and I will cast a 5th level Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
And as my bonus action, I will. Oh, I will. No, that's an action. Never mind. Yeah, I got no bonus action. I'll just 5th level Cure Wounds.
Okay, so you cast, and you see the wounds in her back heal up, but she's shocked, completely shocked by being attacked from behind. All right. The guards on their turn. Let me see if I have guards here. Let's see, guys. Are going to continue to attack the princess, just raising up their swords and their axes and just like hacking, slashing at her. So 2 attacks each.
Can use my shield reaction. I'll use my shield reactions to protect her as much as I can.
Okay, so what do you mean? You can shield yourself.
Well, No, shield is a creature you touch, isn't it? The technical spell is a creature you touch.
Nope.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's self.
Oh shit.
Yep, target self.
Okay, never mind. I wish there's a way I could get her out of here. I could have moved with her. No, that'd been an attack of opportunity. Yeah, okay. It happens, but
Okay, so I'm gonna throw her, an NPC in her. I've never built the princess, but I'll make her this character. Okay, so she has the stats of an archmage, basically. As these two guards target her and begin to attack her with their swords and axes and stuff. It's a miss. It's a hit. Okay. Why is she partially resisting that? Alright, as they swing into her, you see a flare of silver light kind of wrap itself around her clothing, and there's an aura of like dampening around her that's resisting some of the attacks, but the weapons are definitely rolling through, and they're definitely drawing blood. Okay. Back over to Feldorn and Elwyn.
Feldorn just keeps up on the one in front of him.
Okay, that one's almost dead.
Actually, as his bonus action, he throws his rapier in the air and tells it to dance, going after Shadow Assassin 1.
Okay.
I got this one. Don't worry about it.
Okay, the one in front of you dies, Feldorn.
Okay,
Elwyn?
I'm gonna take my Staff of the Magi, tee up like I'm gonna hit a baseball. Boom! I'm gonna cast Plane Shift as I bring it down on Shadow Assassin's head, and I'm gonna spend 3 sorcery points to give him disadvantage on his saving throw. I'm gonna boot him
Alright, it fails.
to another plane of existence.
Where? You get to choose. Oh, random location.
Yeah, random location.
On the plane you specify, so you get to choose the plane.
I'm gonna send him to hell,
Alright.
or the elemental plane of fire.
Okay. Zips out of existence.
And with my bonus action, the range on these 120 feet. Would I be able to send them over to attack these guys over here? My missiles?
Yeah, they're within range. Okay.
Start heading over there.
Okay. Alright. Killjack, your turn.
I'll immediately run around and start attacking guard 1, I think it is.
Alright.
And branding smite at 4th level. Or we'll just start using regular divine smites now. 4th level. That's 48 or 5d8.
Okay.
And then booming blade. Or no, we'll still do green flame blade because he's within range. And I'm using my maul at point.
Okay.
I forgot to target. I keep just forgetting. Does that hit?
It does hit.
I think I have everything added. and then other flames reach out towards guard veteran 2.
Okay.
Much better roll.
Okay. As the guard collapses down to the ground, um, with the blast of your maul, and as it kills him, his body ripples and shakes as the shadow assassin just emerges from his corpse on the ground. Okay. At this point, the veteran, or the guard, is going to take one more round of attacks, and the shadow assassin are going to take one more round of attacks on the princess. Okay. And the assassin here. She makes her constitution save against the poison. Okay. The princess, very bloody and very weak, on her knees, just like places one hand on the ground and shaking. She stands up and she turns around and she looks at them all, and her eyes glow a blazing white as she says, as she screams out some arcane, um, um, verbal commands. You don't necessarily understand what she's saying in the heat of the moment, but what you recognize all of you around is the power that's been unleashed there, and you see a blaze of white light as these two enemies in front of her are torn apart. They're shredded as like these rays of light just rip into them. The veteran, the guard's body just kind of like disintegrates, and the shadow assassin there remaining. You see them both raising up their hands to like block their eyes from the light, but it's too overpowering. It just rips away at their forms, tearing away at their flesh and their armor. And after a few more seconds, you guys look up, and there's just a hint, barely any hint of shadow anymore, as the two assassins have just been completely disintegrated.
But teach me how to do that.
After she does that, she collapses down to the ground, unconscious.
And with that, unfortunately, Feldorn has got to go to get some sleep.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man.
Yep. Catch you guys next week.
Next week.
Yeah. Why can I move everyone except for myself?
Uh,
Oh, it's because you put me as a yellow people.
Oh, here. There. Okay. The princess is unconscious on the ground, but the assassins here have been destroyed.
I'm going to pump every single last spell slot and to cure wounds on her, except for 1 third level spell slot.
Okay. Go ahead and burn them.
User disconnected from your channel.
It's either 3rd or 4th level, depends on what Hunter's Mark is.
Okay. Hunter's Mark is like level 1, right?
Well, yeah, but for 8 hours, it's
Oh.
3rd or 4th.
I think it's 3rd.
Yeah, so I'll save everything except for a 3rd level spell slot. Or I'll use everything except for a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay. Go ahead and just target her and heal her.
Oh, you actually want me to roll all of that?
Yeah, why not? All right.
Okay.
At this point, Euphemia, you and your priestesses arrive, having learned of the fighting and tracked down Owain the Brazen.
Because you said she's unconscious, right?
Yes.
So I had 4th levels. Had 2 of them. Oh, there's the 2 3rd level. Here are the 2 4th.
Okay, that almost heals her to full. She's got
I'll
11 hit.
I'll
damage
do
left.
I'll throw a 2nd level.
All you're gonna have left is a 3rd?
Nope, I take that back. I will have 2 seconds and all my firsts and a third.
Okay.
Because if she's all the way full, then I won't use the last of it. I'm not actually that reckless.
All right. So so after a few minutes of healing, she opens her eyes again, and she blinks around, and she's like, she looks at you. She says, "Kildrak, my gratitude. You have saved me yet again." She looks around. It appears that you
I
all.
say,
Go on.
anything for you, my lady, and I say it in Dwarvish.
She nods. It appears that you all have made some powerful foes yet again.
Yeah, and we still need to figure out if it was just these four that came to attack Ospium, or if there's six more around the city. And if this is all, then we need to get to Vortum, because there's an attack there as well. But I have one first, one second, one third, and one fourth level spell slot left. That's it.
She nods. She says, "Then perhaps you should go." She looks around. Um, she says, "Now that we are aware, one moment." And she grabs your hands and all of you, and and there's a flare of circle of light around you all, and you vanish from the park, from the garden, and you reappear inside the the castle, and basically inside the palace near her mother's quarters. Um, you arrive there, and she throws open, and she waves a hand, and the door to her mother's chambers opens up, and you see Falza Brightlord sitting there with some scrolls in hand, and just she raises her hand. She says, "Daughter, she says, what is the urgency of this?" And Kalia looks around. She says, "Oh, mother," she says, "I feared for your life." And she runs and she hugs her mother, and she looks back and she says, "I'm grateful to see that there are no assassins here after you."
Careful, because those assassins can possess people.
She says, "I've seen this with my own eyes. I can organize," she says, "a search of our city to ensure its safety if you wish to go. Now that I know," she says, "they will not be able to sneak up on me again."
That's good to hear. I was going to ask you for one more favor, though. Would you be able to transfer us to Vortum?
"The capital of the dwarves. Very well," she nods. "If you are ready, I will enact the spell now."
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I got any potions of. But yeah, we gotta go. I'm ready.
Okay. She raises her hands and she summons a variant. All her spells are variations of spells that you know, Elwyn. Um, but they've been like, heavily modified, and she has her own flair of how to do them, that kind of thing. And she flicks her fingers and she says, "Farewell, my friends." She says, "May the gods be with you." And you vanish. Okay. So, let's say since we're down to a few people left here, we we kind of truncate this because what happened is as the 10 pack arrived in Vortum, as they arrived there and they started killing their way towards the basically towards the castle. The group that had only four of them were much more stealthy since they knew that they had no strength in numbers, but the group of 10 was much more confident, and they just caused a great melee in the center of Dwarven Town, and started charging the castle. The Sigmas were alerted and mounted a heavy defense. Many dwarves were slain in the process, but the way that the fight ended was that Modron himself appeared and, with a snap of his fingers, destroyed and obliterated the remaining Shadow Assassins. You guys have been going about this for over an hour now, so by the time you arrive, it's the aftermath of that. There are several dozen dwarven dead. Sigma 3, which is the girl, Eloise, has been wounded, but nothing serious. And Modron, or Tharusir, as you know him, stands in the center of the town, um, exuding calm, telling his people to not, telling the dwarven people to not be afraid, do not fear. He says, like, I am with you. I have, I had dispelled the invaders, that kind of thing. So you guys land there, and where's my? One second, I'm having to go through all these various locations.
I don't think we ever got a map of the main city of Wardham.
Yeah, I don't have a map of it. I just have the picture of the overhead view of it here.
I haven't been this tapped out in this game in a while.
All right. So this is Vordum. You guys land inside, as the princess sends you straight to the center of the battle, and you see Sigma 3 and Sigma 1 kind of standing there, um, obviously having battled, obviously having fought, and alongside them the bodies of many dwarves, but they stand there victorious. And Modron himself, or Tharusir, is in the center of the city preaching his gospel of peace. Eloise comes up to you, and she walks straight up to you, Elwyn, and she says, "You know," she says, "some enchanted battle axes would have been of great value in this recent fight."
There have been attacks all over the world, and with your help here, and knowing that Modron is here with you, we decided to handle the other places that weren't as heavily defensible.
She nods, a half a smile crossing her lips. She says, "I see." She says, "Well, you did make me a promise."
I did, and I will get them for you tomorrow, as soon as I get a rest.
She smiles. She says, "Those assassins were fools to attack the center of dwarven power and think that they could make inroads with brute force. We stopped them in their tracks, right here, at the steps leading up to the palace." And she shifts her battle axes in hand. She says, "These served well. They're
How
not-
many assassins in total did you kill?
Aye, what was it? 8? 9? Sigma 1 walks up. Tigron, Boulder Crest. He says, "Nay, there were 10 of those beasties."
Okay, good.
He says, "What is the meaning of this, Elwyn?"
One of the demons, the assassin, has, like I said, he coordinated an attack all over the world in the biggest cities.
For what reason? This was no focused attack. This was not meant to destroy our power.
It was meant to distract all of us from the real battle that's going on.
Aye, he says. Was meant to distract you, perhaps. If what you tell me is true, then you've been chasing these beasties all around the world. One wonders
We have.
what you have not been paying attention to in the meantime.
That is my fear, but we cannot let these demons, these assassins, murder innocents around the whole world.
He nods, and he turns over to you, Kildrak. And he says, "And you, dwarf, were you able to save all the other locations? I'm sure those people were not quite as strong as we, the dwarven people."
There were some losses, but ultimately we were able to save the majority of people.
Ah, he says, "'Tis good. Sounds like a cause for celebration to me."
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
I look at him weirdly, and I'm like, "You're telling me," and I take him off to a drink.
All right. As they, Tigron raises his hammer, he shouts out, "Bring out the ale!" And you hear the dwarves around, as is part of dwarven culture, to respond to victory in battle, and they all start shouting and cheering. Eloise walks over to you, Kildrek, and she grabs your arm, and she says, "Would you keep a lady company as we celebrate today?"
I say,
No, Elwyn. He went to
unfortunately,
Elwyn. He went
oh,
to Elwyn.
Elwyn, my bad.
I smile and nod happily.
She smiles. She says, and she says, "Then this way, please." She says, "The best ale is over in this quarter." And she leads you off in that direction. Likewise, all your company, your friends, Ashok and Deimos and Feldorn and stuff, they all relax a little bit as Tharusir approaches, and he walks up to you, Euphemia, and he says to you, says, "Hi, Dark Elf. I see you found your gauntlet. Has it served you well?"
So far, still trying to figure out how to take it to the next level.
He nods. "Aye." He says, "She's a beauty." He looks at it. He says, "Finest craftsmanship, perhaps that a mortal hand can be capable of." He says, "Well, as you all know, you are my fast friends. I am far grateful to you for returning my country to me and liberating my people." He looks up.
Is there anything you can do about my gauntlet?
He kind of looks at it. He says, This needs to be bathed in the light of the moon, but not a normal moon." He strokes his beard. He says, "You'll be wanting to talk to the dragons. One of their kind, one of the few remaining. He is capable of summoning the lunar power, even in the middle of the day."
I assume you mean like an older dragon, because like the one I have, I
Aye,
think I already asked him. He doesn't know.
aye. He says, "You'll be looking for one of the few remaining dragons who survived the rending. There are only a handful left in this world."
I think we're still looking for them. I don't know if we know where they are.
"Seek and you'll find." And he points over to Light. He says, That one would be more capable than most of tracking down his own kin." Okay?
Yep.
Alright. So you guys are in Vortum. There's been carnage strewn across the land. You've managed to save some lives. You lost some others, but so far, the brunt of damage of Clovis's mischievous little attack, his little game that he wanted to play with you, has been handled. I think that's where we'll leave it for now. You guys can sort of plan or be thinking what you want to do next for next week, but wherever you decide to go, I think I'm prepped to handle it. It should be okay.
I think the GM wants us to go find dragons, because he's mentioned it like 3 times.
You'll need to.
Definitely down for that. I just don't want to push it because we got other stuff to do.
Well, considering we have no other stuff that we know what to do, I think dragons is probably the only thing we have to do.
So rehashing the conversation with Clovis,
Yeah.
he told you a few things. He said that the end game has begun. He said all the players are preparing for their final moves, him included. And he said that he was beginning to tamper with the weave that sustains magic in this realm, in this world. That's as much as he told you about himself, but he told you that Inkamel was also moving, and that he had his sights, that you guys had gathered his attention, and that whenever he he catches the sense of something that interests him. He'll tear the world apart before giving up on it. So those are the ones that you know of. The malcontent is out there somewhere still. You're not sure what's going on there. Whitebeard is still wreaking havoc somewhere in the world. Um, Elwyn, the people that you scryed on, the locations that you scryed on for the other places of glass, you basically have figured out that Clovis gave a shard of glass to each of his most powerful underlings that went to a certain section of the world to throw it into turmoil. So the blood demon in Vordum had one, and that's where Euphemia got hers. Clovis himself had one. That's what he uses to communicate with them. The one at the bottom of the sea was from the Admiral Vorselin that you guys defeated and sent down there. There was one in Azoa, and there's one in Nortan as well. Now those are just Clovis's underlings, so they're about the power level of those two demons that you fought. You don't know exactly what they're doing or where they're going, but you know that he's still wreaking his mischief across this world.
Yeah, so we would have to get them to get to him, pretty much.
Not necessarily. Not
Because
necessarily.
from what I got from that conversation was that if he's going to the actual weave of magic, that's very important to us because we know what happened to us when we had no magic, and that from what remember from the world, is in Mistrala.
As you start talking about that, um, let's see. Someone approaches you. He says, "Pardon." He says, "I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. This demon you speak of, he wants to tamper with the weave, say you?
Yes.
Well, the weave, the border between our world and the weave is indeed weakest in Mistrala. That is why the Council of Archmages created that land, warded it heavily, surrounded it with strength and enchantment to guard it against demonic assault or those who would turn it to their own purposes."
I think that's the most important thing we need to take care of, because if something happens to our magic, we're gonna be pretty much fucked.
Yes. Aye. Okay. So
What do you guys think?
You've heard nothing from Mistrala at all?
Alright, so there's Clovis, there's Inkmel, and those are Asmodeus's horsemen, right?
Yes. There's one more. There's Malcontent, but you haven't heard anything about her.
Okay. So we don't even know where she was attacking originally?
Yeah. There's been no word of her doing anything after the great battle that killed the original party.
Okay, and then minor demons, we have Whitebeard. When you said one more minor demon.
Whitebeard's not a minor demon. He's a pirate lord. He's just kind of he's a force for like chaos and anarchy in this world. He was stirred into action by Clovis, by the war between the pirates and
okay.
the Waterdeep. But basically he started wreaking his own havoc, and Clovis was like, "Hey, this guy's doing it already. I don't need to worry about him anymore." So
Okay, so
he's pretty much destroyed the nation of Waterdeep by now.
okay, so those were the 5 names you said.
Yeah.
Or 4 names, 3 of them are demon. Okay.
Elwyn caught a glimpse of a character in Nortan, and he knows that there's another shard of glass in Azoa somewhere.
Okay. I like the Mistral idea, but I would concede to going to Azoa or Nortan, but I like either.
I say we go find dragons. That's my plan.
I say we go kill Clovis.
Yeah. Well,
And I think the
guess.
GM has been pushing us away from that.
I haven't pushed you anywhere.
Well, we can talk
I
about
think
it
the
when
GM
everyone's here.
doesn't realize that he's been pushing us away from us.
You guys can go wherever you want. Like, the world is moving around you, so things are happening at a certain pace. So, if you guys decide to go somewhere and something else happens, you might have to react to that. But
I'm down for Mistrala, Azoa, Nortan, or I could see myself going after the dragons, but that's at the bottom of my list. I do not think we should go after Inkmel right now.
Yeah.
That's my hard no.
Well,
No, I think we need to get more powerful.
he'll
And I
probably
think
Not for
there's
Clovis.
3
find
things.
us.
No,
Well,
well,
wait.
there's 3 things that will make us more powerful. Isn't it? Through the dragons.
Well, okay,
Elwin's
so
gonna get more powerful. Then the GM just told me I'm gonna get more powerful. And I think there's one more.
2 legacy weapons are upgraded by dragons.
Minus, yeah.
I thought there's something
No.
else though, wasn't there?
No, Deimos's is he just has to sacrifice himself at some point in time.
No, I think there's another reason that we're gonna find the dragons. Other than the 2 legacy weapons.
Alinar?
Yeah, just the only reason I can think is revenge or is help completing Balinar's
Well, an army
quest,
of
but-
dragons, I guess. We can always
Well,
get
yeah,
an army of dragons.
allies, but I'm thinking legacy weapons. Okay, if it's 2 legacy weapons from the dragons, I say we go after dragons.
Okay.
Hey, whatever the group decides.
I'm
I'm down for
actually once agreeing with Euphemia on this one. I like the dragons idea.
But
Okay.
remember, if something happens and our magic gets diluted somehow, or we have to roll something in when we cast a spell to see if it works or not, because that's what I would do. That's what I'm thinking if I was a DM. That's gonna screw us
So
over.
basically, everywhere is. Oh, nope, never mind. What's the thing from Out of the Abyss that dampened magic? What was that? What's that mechanic? Or am I thinking a different game?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're thinking
I
about
remember
the Farast or whatever, the glowing one guy.
Mist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
no,
you're
it's a
metagaming
similar
too much.
effect. I was thinking maybe a similar effect. Yeah, I think either Mistrala or Dragons. Ellen votes Mistrala. I vote either. It's up to you, Damien. In essence.
Well, we can pick this up next week when the rest of the guys are here too.
Yeah,
and,
true.
and go on
Yeah.
from there. All right. Good. I hope you guys that was quite a bit a bit
That
of
was
mischief that Clovis threw your way, and you guys lost some friends. You're so you barely saved Pablo. Jerem, your steward, is nowhere to be found. His body is probably underneath some rubble somewhere.
If I would have realized that we were gonna be going from place to place, I wouldn't have like just blasted everything in that first fight.
Well, you guys did good. You stopped the attack all around the world, and that was Clovis just totally just fucking with you guys.
That's another reason why I want to go to Mistrala is I just want to kill him. That's all.
Well, good. Okay.
That was fun. Thank you so much.
All right. Yep. Catch you guys next week. Thanks for playing today.
Yeah, see you next
Alright.
week.